Yo, what is up, everybody? Chris here from Esports News, back at it again with another video. Today, I'm going to bring you guys a quick recap of what happened during Sunday's matches, as well as what you can expect going into, of course, today's matches, that being the first day of our third major, Thursday. Okay, so looking back to last Sunday's matches, of course, we had some pretty interesting ones. We kicked it off with the Surge taking on the Ravens. You guys know I was backing the Surge to take it 3-2. Of course, Surge lost this matchup. They lost 3-1. The Ravens just looked really good. And yeah, they came out with the win. Personally, I like the Ravens going into Major 3. I think they're they're hitting their stride at the right time. And I think they'll make a difference today in their matchup, which I'll talk about in a minute. Of course, in our next matchup, we had FaZe taking on Optic Chicago. And I mean, you guys know I'm a Atlanta Faze fan. Obviously, I live in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta right now. Right? I'm a FaZe fan, so I was not too unhappy about this outcome. I wanted to see FaZe make it to the winners bracket, obviously, because they're my home team, right? I mean, I got to support my home team from Atlanta. So I was happy to see them win, but you guys know I've been an Optic fan for 10 years now. So I always have more loyalty to Optic than any other team, really, just on seniority alone, right? So a little unhappy to see Optic lose this, but of course, FaZe being my second favorite team, I was happy to see them get the dub. Somebody had to lose, right? So FaZe looked really good in this performance. They blew Optic out in virtually every single map without fail. And yeah, they look really good going in the major. They really strengthened their map pool during stage 3, and I'm really curious to see how that works out for them. Of course, in their matchup against Empire later today. More on that in a minute. Of course, in our last matchup of the day, we had the Empire taking on the Rocker. You guys know I was backing the Rocker to win this one 3-2. I thought they would win just because of the form that the Empire has been in lately. I haven't really liked the looks that I've seen with the Empire team, with Fellow, of course, being added to the roster. But they looked really good. They looked like a really solid and cohesive team. And that's why they beat the Rocker ultimately. So looking ahead to, of course, Major 3, which starts today. So we'll be kicking things off with the London Royal Ravens taking on the Paris Legion. And you guys know I really have not liked what I've seen from the Paris Legion so far this stage. So I think the London Royal Ravens walk away with this one. I think they take it 3-1. I think they're too much for Paris to handle, of course, in the respawns. Also in the S&D, I think they're too much to handle. I think what will likely happen is Paris, they continue their streak of winning map 1 hardpoint, right? London rebound and the search and destroy. Unless it's APOC. If it's APOC, I would take London map 1 for sure. Map 2, I think, goes London's way. They've been looking pretty solid in search, of course, since adding Zaptius. They haven't really gotten a lot of wins, but they've looked better. They've looked like they have more of an idea of what they want to do, how they want to play their breaks and what have you. So I like what I've seen from them in search. I think they take map 2. I think they take the control as well, and I think they take the 4th hardpoint if it goes that far. Otherwise, I think it's a 3-0 in favor of the Ravens. I could see them winning all 3 of the first maps, just because Paris has been in such bad form lately, and I don't really know what they need to do to turn things around. So favoring the Ravens, I'm going to take Ravens money line at -1.5. Of course, in our next matchup, we have the Seattle Surge taking on the Gorillas, and I think there will be some more Gorilla points farmed, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's coming back. I think that's going to be a thing once again. I think the Surge beat the Gorillas in this matchup. I think they take it. I think it's down to the wire. I think it's a 3-2. I think the Surge win the opening hardpoint. I think Gorillas rebound and win the Surge and destroy, of course. I think Surge win the control. And then I think Gorillas shock everyone again, like I predicted last week, and win the second hardpoint. And then I think Surge taking the game 5. I think they ice up. I think Octane says, sheesh, ice in my veins. I think he gets the clutch to close it out, and I think that's how they win. Had to throw that in there. Lost. Of course, our next matchup, we have the Dallas Empire taking on Atlanta Faze. And I think Faze walk away with this one. I think it's a 3-0, honestly. Just because of how FaZe has looked in stage 3, they've been performing very well, even though they've been consciously trying to expand their map pool. As we could see, they're playing maps that they're not really too strong on. And obviously, that's them just trying to improve their map pool. So I think they'll be too much for the Empire to handle. I think they sweep. And I think that's it. Empire, they've looked good, but they've also been playing teams that are not really as strong. Their difficulty of schedule has not really been on par with Atlanta Faze. We expected the Group A side to be kind of tough, if you will, but it wasn't as tough as any of us were expecting. But Group B, it had killers. It had New York Subliners, LA Thieves, Optic Chicago, and Atlanta Faze. Like that was definitely the most top heavy group. And we saw in the results, it was super top heavy, right? The number one seed was not even decided until the second to last matchup on Sunday. And it went down to like map count and tiebreakers and all types of confusing stuff. So that was a group of death for sure. Atlanta Faze has really been tested. They lost to New York, of course, but that was their only loss. And yeah, I think there'll be too much for Dallas to handle. Dallas has not really played any good teams, and when they did, they lost to Florida, right? Who's been very shaky on the year. So I don't know. I think I think Dallas will likely lose this one. I think 3-0, but 3-1's the more likely scenario. Dallas will probably take a map. They're a strong team, but I just don't see them getting past phase today. Famous last words, right? Let's hope not. In our last matchup, we have the LA Thieves taking on the Florida Mutineers, and I think the Thieves walk away with this one pretty comfortably. I think it's 3-1. I think their map pool is just wider than, of course, the Mutineers. Thieves are good on virtually any map that you put them on. Apocalypse, Miami, Checkmate, of course. Checkmate, they're really good on. Moscow, they're really good on. Their map pool is very wide, and Florida seems to be very, very small. Moscow's okay for them. Checkmate. So I think with that in mind, I think the Thieves win this 3-1. I think it's a pretty dominant performance for them. I think the man of the match is probably going to be Draza. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good day of action. Hook is, of course, on that roster as well. So can't forget that. Hook the Nuke. I think it's going to be a great showing for, of course, the LA Thieves side. They lost their debut matchup with Hook, but I think today they'll get it back. And I think they'll win 3-1. I think they're going to be looking to make a statement now that they've added Hook to the roster. They want to say, hey, we put in all this effort to acquire the biggest free agent that became available. And what do we do with it? This. We absolutely smacked Florida Mutineers. So I think they'll walk away 3-1. And I think, of course, on the day, just to give you guys a recap, I think it's 3-0 or 3-1 in favor of the Ravens based on maps. I think it's 3-2 in favor of the Surge, regardless of the maps. I think it's 3-0 in favor of FaZe, regardless of the maps. And I think it's 3-1 in favor of Thieves, regardless of the maps. I just feel like their map pool is so much deeper than Florida's. It kind of doesn't matter at a certain point. So yeah, guys, that'll do it for me for today. I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another video, of course, going over what happened during today's matches and giving you a preview of what to expect going into tomorrow. So yeah, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this with a friend or family member if you enjoyed the video or you just want to get them in the competitive COD. Say, hey, this is a cool thing that's happening today. Enjoy the things. Yeah, but hope you guys tune into the COD League YouTube channel. As always, I will link it in the description down below. And hope you guys have a great morning, noon, or night, wherever you may be on this beautiful planet. And I will catch you on the next video. Once again, this has been Chris with Esports News, and I'm signing out. Peace.